All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stream. I'm going to start with something a little bit different today. Uh, Sort of like how we did before when the first episode came out last week. Yeah, yes, it was last week because they're doing this weekly now. I'm going to review the second episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars. It was actually really goddamn good. Now, it was a bit of a step up from last week's episode. I can really tell they kicked up the cinematic feel of it too. I don't know what made them go for that decision, but it was pretty fucking good. I'm glad they did it, and I hope they keep doing it for their future Star Wars content. Since if you hadn't noticed that Luminous Project was fucking revealed. When was it? The other day, sometime this week. But it was revealed recently, and so far that's books and shit. Now, as of right now, it's gonna be like books, comics, and there's the potential open. Like it's been stated, the potential is open for TV shows, but and possibly movies. But this is not what this is about. It's about episode 2. Fucking. So they kind of the twist that was there before at the end of the first one, they just kind of come outright and say, like, they say it straight up. So spoilers for those of you who just who are coming on. This is gonna be spoilers. Not a lot, because I want you guys to watch it for yourself. I don't want to be the end all be all. They just come right out and say in the announcer's opening voiceover thing. I never know what to call it. That echoes alive. They just come out and say it, and so it's more. So I guess if you take that at its word, which I don't see why you wouldn't, it's more about the journey to get there than the actual reveal of it. They kind of teased it in the last episode, but they never outright fucking said it. Now they did, which is, I think, a bad part on Disney's behalf, but whatever. Also, I don't know if it was the teaser they put out when the episodes were about to first start coming out, or it was or they something else they put on Disney's Twitter, but the first 8 minutes or so was goddamn spoiled, I think, by Disney. And I looked for the tweet today, and the tweet's gone, so I think they realized what they did. Because they just spoiled the first 8 minutes of that whole fucking episode. So if you saw it, you kind of already went in knowing what was going on. Not much happened, but they just they spoiled half the episode basically, which is totally weird. I don't understand why they did it, but we're fine. It was still pretty good. Okay, so we get a better look at the interactions between regular clones and Clone Force 99, and Clone Force 99 being they are dicks. They're dicks. Take the classic military meathead stereotype that you see from certain movies, 80s, 70s movies, and then add a mixture of arrogance to it, and then smash them together. That's how some of their personalities are. Not all. Crosshair and Tech are kind of not like that, but Hunter and Wrecker are very much like that. Wrecker's just he's just a dumb wrecking ball. That's all he is, and I guess hence the name. But Hunter, I can't gauge how how smart he is, whether he's smarter or on average versus all the regular clones, but he certainly does instigate a little bit in this episode, and we're gonna see that come to blows because Captain Rex is actually spearheading this mission along with Anakin. He brought Anakin along, and, and Anakin's gonna try to keep them in check. Rex is definitely not gonna stay in check because he's obviously fully invested in this. And speaking of the teasers and stuff, that hologram, that transmission between Anakin and Padme does happen this episode. It's really sweet. It's really heartwarming. It made me feel good. That's all I'm gonna say about it. And other than that, they infiltrate Clone Force 99, or Rex and Anakin. They all infiltrate this. I'm forgetting the name of the planet. I don't remember how to correctly pronounce it, but they infiltrate the planet that was mentioned at the end of the first episode, going to look for Echo. And this is in control of by Wat Tambor. It's technically a Techno-Union outpost. It by all technicality has nothing to do with the Separatists, nothing to do with the war. But it has Wat Tambor, so you know what it's all about. And on that base, we did find a new type of droid. They're kind of weird looking. I wish I could pull up an image, but I didn't really find one, and I can't take screenshots on the PS4. It's like this raptor with wings sort of droid that sounds and communicates like a B1, but it doesn't. The only reason it looks like a B1 is because of the color, and that's it. I want to see more of them. They look pretty fucking cool. but other than that, that's the only other new thing besides what they did to Echo that we find. And it's not pretty. It's not pretty. I don't know, because I don't know what episode 3 is going to be like, because they did not dangle it in our faces like they did with episode 1 leading into episode 2. But we'll just have to see. I kind of don't like how they still left it on this like semi, not really a cliffhanger, but it wanted to be a cliffhanger, and I don't like how they're doing that. It seems kind of fucking stupid, but I don't know whose choice it would be to do that. I recommend that they stop. It's getting a little old, and it's only been 2 episodes. But other than that, I recommend you watch it. I loved it. I've loved the show since I was a kid, so I might be a little bit biased in that regards. But if you're thinking about watching the Clone Wars, and you want to pick up with this one, I don't recommend picking up with season 7 because it's the middle of a show. But if you want to watch it, and if it catches your interest, watch the rest of the show. Not sponsored. Don't want Disney's money. Other than that, I think we're gonna just pick on up with Assassin's Creed now.